Hi, this is Jillibling. I have a project to share with you today using the bundle Sweet Strawberry. It comes with the stamp set and the punch. What do you think? This card, I used daubers to add a little extra color. These are pearls, and the other project has rhinestones on them. I colored the pearls with a black Sharpie. So it has this effect, which I really like, and then there's tiny ones on the flowers. And then on the inside, just a hint of coloring. And that's with the daubers. I'll show you how to do that. This project was the second one I made, and I purposely didn't want, because some people don't like coloring, and I don't want to scare anyone away from this bundle. So this one is not colored, it's all stamped. And all these little pieces are punched out with the punch. So here's this sample, no coloring required, but then look at this. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Doesn't it make you want to eat strawberries? This project I saw, stampinhoot.com, she had, thank you for sharing, Stampin' Hoot. She had this project posted, and I'm not sure how she colored in her berries, but I used the blends, and I love how it turned out. And just put another strawberry right in there. Isn't that pretty? So I want to do another one using different color blends for the berries and also different color leaves. I love this one. Okay, so put that here. Here is the stamp set. It has great words in it. Two-step stamping, so you stamp the outside and then this will color in the inside. Same with the berries. And the leaves, this one here, you would have to color it otherwise, just how you naturally would color. Two-step, two-step, great words, good bundle. Stamps. Here's the punch. Oh, and the punch. Hold on, let me back up here a little bit. On here, let me find something different, solid color. No, okay. I have all of the stamps on the one block, so when you stamp these on paper, stamp it at one time, then punch them out. I could do that. I'll line it up. So, all in one motion, bang! It is punched out. Just like that. And I'll show you about doing the dauber and the coloring in just a minute. But I wanted to show you how they're all on here. And my little note says, leave the stamps on the block. Just because it took me a few minutes to get that lined up. So if you're at home and you have this bundle and you're like, well, how'd you get it lined up? I'll show you. I punched just regular scratch paper with the punch, pulled it out, put it on the block, and then I just set the stamps inside of these little cutouts. Then once they were all set inside the little cutouts, I put the block right on top, and they're perfectly placed. Yeah, very convenient. Okay, so we're done with that. Done with this. Few different stamps. These are for Garden and Shaded Spruce are for the leaves. Cherry Cobbler Real Red is for the berries. And then Petal Pink is just for a hint of color in the little buds, the blooms. And everything is stamped with Memento, whether you're going to color it with the blends or if you're going to be doing the daubering and two-step stamping using the stamp pads. Today's project I would like to use these blends, Cherry Cobbler Dark, Poppy, Spruce, what is this? Light Flirty Flamingo and Lifter. And then this will do the, how about rhinestones this time? Okay, let's get started. So over here, I was trying to figure out what colors look well together. This is Real Red and that's Poppy Parade. So we'll be using dark Real Red and then these two Poppy Parade colors. So let's color maybe one of them. So, and I have videos on coloring, but I'm just going to do this one a little bit quick. They say you could blend any two of the blends. They can match together. So I'm mixing Poppy Parade, which is more of an orange yellow, with Real Red. The first project I did Cherry, and I think that came out beautiful. It might be my favorite. I like how this is going to come out though. I like to do 2 layers of color. Just because one layer it might be close to Cherry Dark, but 2 layers, that's definitely Cherry Dark. Then Poppy Dark. So now I'm thinking, where do I want the highlight? I want the highlight right there, so I'll color in the rest of it, other than my highlight area, which will be Poppy Parade Light. And again, I like 2 layers of color. And then just go right over that seam to get them blended. And I'm okay if it's not perfectly blended. When you look on this one here, I'll hold it up. You could see the different colors, but from a distance and right when you look at it, it's stunning. It's beautiful. And then this one is Poppy Light. 2 layers of color. And then over the seam. Okay, and just for a little detail, I'm going to take the Real Red, and I'm thinking that these are like the seeds, and so I'm just going to accentuate these little marks, hopefully giving it a little bit more of a 3D look. Okay, then for the flower, and I know I'll be putting a rhinestone in the middle of the flower, so I'm just giving a little blush hint. And taking the lifter to soften it. And again, not worrying about the center of it because I know that the rhinestone or pearl will be right in there. The green, I'm going to start with dark. Oop, I like the other end. Dark shaded spruce, just in the middle. Two layers of color. And then the light shaded spruce. Today is such a nice day out there. I just walked by the thermostat and it's 71 in the house. I love it. Some people, they're like, oh my gosh, it's a heat wave. Oh, I love it. The doors and windows have been open all day. And you know, during COVID, we went on kind of a gardening spree, which is something we needed to do. And the past few weekends, we've been adding a little here and there. Last weekend, we went out to this nursery, Johnson Brothers. Oh my gosh, we did get a lot of stuff, but everything took so well. We put the plants in. They didn't show any signs of trauma because of their move, but they're looking great. And a few times I've gone out there just to walk around and look at how pretty the flowers are, or the plants are. I don't know, maybe it's a little Jackie rubbing off on me. Okay, getting this lined up. You know, I'll tell you, on some of these samples, the perimeter, the border, like this one, it's too big and I had to trim it. I tried not to, but I ended up trimming. On the first one that I did with the blends, I think I trimmed just about everything. Then on the next one where I did no coloring, I did the two-step stamping. I purposely tried not to do any extra trimming. It still looks good. But I know some people are real particular about, that's too much white. This time, I agree. I like a little bit. Then if you punch crooked and you have more white on one side than the other, yeah, you need to trim. This is a strawberry top. This bundle is so cute. You know, it was in the mini catalog and it sold out just like that. And they said, well, don't worry, it will be in the annual catalog. And it came in maybe a month ago. It's been sitting here, right here on my desk, because I knew I was going to use it next. Finally. Now I understand why it's so sought after. Okay, so the other strawberries for this project, I have them ready to go. I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me trim. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay, so these are going to be on this project, but I did want to show you about if you are I don't like coloring, I want to show you how you can achieve this look right here without coloring. So I'll do these two pieces. I'll do the strawberry cherry cobbler and real red. Boy, I have stuff all over. So we're going to stamp into, where is the stamp? Right here. Okay, so there's the strawberry. So we'll ink it into the lighter color. Then take the cherry dauber into the cherry stamp pad and just kind of put it around the outside edge. Two-step stamping, just like that. It's done and it's colored. That is very convenient. Okay, and then you know what? I'll show you them all. So this little guy right here, to get a hint of color on that one, which is this one. Yes, I'm going to take Petal Pink and just go on the outside edges of the flower, because I want it to be almost white. Okay, so that one is now colored in. See, just a hint of color. Okay, so we're done with Petal Pink. And next is Garden Green and Shaded Spruce. I'm trying to find a block because I'm out of blocks. All my blocks are in the boxes. I have to use funky size blocks. So let's do the leaf. into the lighter color, and then with a dauber, just along the edges. And this is more of a blue, a heavier green. And as you near the paper, it really lines up. Okay, so that one is colored perfectly. And one more. Oh, I already had it on there. Right here. Okay, into the lighter color, just on the ends, or just choose a part. It's okay if you want it just on maybe the center, whatever you like. And right over the top. Colored, that goes much quicker than coloring with the blends. It's just a different look. Whatever you like is good. Okay, back to today's projects. See how those are all done? And I have a little tub of all done, just in case you punch extra, and somebody certainly will appreciate these pieces. Okay, so here is a card base. This is for the inside. Since I'm doing adhesive, I'll stick down the designer paper. And this is designer paper from the current mini catalog. Uh-oh, all done. If you don't have that in the new annual catalog, as a hostess benefit, you could get this big stack of paper, and there's a really cute gingham black and white paper. That will work perfectly. So anything that you have kind of in the neutral colors will work really well. Boy, this one looks like it's running out too. I hope it doesn't run out. Okay, so this is the front of the card. And a lot of this will be covered up. Okay, and this is inside paper, not quite sure yet. This will go here, and leaves, oh, you know, let me stick on this strawberry top. I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom here, and then these definite two bottom ones, and not the stem, because most of the stems are just kind of floating once the project is put together. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. Okay, so there's the 4 pieces. And here are my other berries. I might put one on the inside. And leaves. And little flowers. Okay, so this one I want to do a bit different than the first one. So I'm going to stamp thank you at the bottom. Let me get this leaf off of here. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it in Memento. Right about here. Perfect. Isn't that a nice font? And then this kind of branch. Okay. I'm not sure if strawberries, if it's supposed to be coming up from the, like the bush, and then it hangs over because of the white, or if it's the branch coming down. I'm not sure. So I've got both covered. And then these need a little bit of coloring. So I have this one done. Let's see how we're doing. Then I'm thinking these can go probably put one on the inside. So I left the door open so that Bo wouldn't be wanting to come in and out and in and out. And I have a fly in here. Not good. So how is that? Oh, you know what would help is Playful Pets. I'm going to do a, should I do a bow? A double bow? Let's see if this helps the front of this card. Might be a little bit crazy with the background. Maybe, oh yeah, something like this. And then these leaves can stick in here. Okay, that's the ticket. Oh my gosh, that fly is going to drive me crazy. You know, when the kids were little, we taught them sign language. And guess what? The dog learned sign language. So if he was in here, and if I did this, he would know to look for a fly or a little flying thing. I think he understands everything. Dogs. Right there. I should be using my magic dimensionals. I just made a whole bunch of them. Okay, just like that. So for the strawberries, I put one dimensional on the back, which normally I would think is insufficient. But because I'm going to be sticking leaves and flowers all over, I don't want too much to get in the way. Like, see, if I had dimensionals all under there, I wouldn't be able to tuck this in. So this is going to be right about here. And this is going to go on with liquid glue. I'll put the bow on at the end because I think I'm going to have to put something under there. It's kind of a shame to cover up all that pretty coloring. This one's getting a little busy. Somehow I like it, but it's a little bit busier than the others. Maybe it's the designer paper. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to cover up too much. Where should it go? See, this I think is really pretty, just how it is. Okay, up here. But not in the way of the card going in the envelope. Okay, and then a glue dot. Okay, this is more collage style. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like it. So how about a few bling? So to do the bling, you can use your blends to color rhinestones and pearls, or you can use a Sharpie, or you can use your black blends. But in the time it took me to do one row of these rhinestones, the tip of my black blends was in bad shape, and the Sharpie makes it a little bit darker, so Sharpie it is. So I'm going to put a tiny rhinestone and definitely, I don't know, should I put it in there? Okay, the other ones I put in the field. This one I'm going to put just on the flowers. I tried coloring some of the rhinestones with mango, and that looks good too. Of course, I had to Google what do strawberry buds, blooms, the flowers look like. And they're all white with just a little bit of a yellow center, which is why I went with mango. Okay, that's cute. It's different. It's different than the other ones. Okay, so for the inside, I should have a plan, but I don't. So on the outside I have thank you. How about that was so sweet of you, because we're doing strawberries. That was so sweet of you. That has to be the biggest fly in the world. I hope you can't hear it. It's really embarrassing. Okay. And, oh, this is cute. Oh, okay, I have an idea here. How about, because all the other ones, I decorated a lot on the side. Oh, I want to show you how to do this on the inside with a dauber. Then this one, a little bit more coloring and just a berry. But this one I think should be right, how about right here? Usually I don't put a dimensional on the inside of the card because I want it flat. But then there's other times I'm just feeling kind of fancy, like right now. Just fancy. This is really sweet and simple inside. Oh, that fly and I, we are on. 5 minutes? Yeah. I'm gonna find you before the dog finds you. This flower needs a little bit of trimming. There, it's collage style. I like that. But there's no way to go wrong with it colored with the blends like that. It's so pretty. And I'll take pictures of everything, put it on my blog, which is jillibling.com, and all the paper cut sizes. Okay, so that turned out nice. That was so sweet of you. This is simply sweet. So which berries do you like better? These have the cherry on it, and these have the poppy. I like them both. Okay, so one last thing, which is coloring. If you were doing this project here, and this has no coloring required, just stamping, on the inside, just a hint of color using dauber, and you're like, oh, I know how to do that, but I'll have you know that many times once you ink up your dauber, if you were going and you're pretend like this was a flower and you were to color it in, that's a little bit too strong. So kind of get it a little bit lighter, know what to expect. So now I know it's just a light touch for a little bit of color. And at that point, put the color onto the little flower. Let me see if I could do this right here. And it's not that it's hard, but just test it on your scratch paper first. Just a little bit of color. And then the same with the green. You know, this time I'm not even going to put it into the green stamp pad because there's probably enough on here. Maybe. And it doesn't take much. So, when you look at this, going into here, and if you put a sentiment on it, that would look complete. It's really soft, just a hint of color, but that's how you achieve this look. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.